Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take the sources you send us, the interesting stuff, and pull out the key knowledge nice and quick.
That's the idea.
And this time, wow, you've sent something really unique. It's a document breaking down RLW,
Right? RLW.
which is a custom wrestling federation.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all inside the WWE 2K video game.
Exactly. It's not just, playing the game. This looks like a whole creative project, a universe, really.
Totally. And you, the listener, you want to get the gist fast, understand what makes it tick, get those aha moments.
So our mission, essentially, is to figure out what RLW is, what's the vision behind it, and, well, why it's maybe more than just messing around with the game.
Okay, let's get right to it then. What is RLW? The doc says it stands for Our Love Wrestling.
Simple enough name.
On the surface, yeah. But then it just explodes. Custom Federation, WWE 2K, fine.
Mhm.
But the themes, creativity, imagination, chaos,
Comedy, carnage. It's a lot.
definitely not your standard wrestling show vibe.
No way. And it's interesting how they frame it, isn't it? Not just a federation, but a lifestyle, a movement.
Yeah. That suggests something deeper, right? A real personal investment.
Absolutely. It feels like using this virtual space, without real world limits, lets this wild creativity just run free.
Okay, so who's running the show? There seem to be two main personas here. First up, Our Love.
The main man, it says.
Yeah, a rapper, but also, this is great, a chill stoner messiah of the squared circle.
Haha. Yeah, that's quite the image. Wrestling ring messiah, but chill.
Fights with swagger, apparently.
Mm.
And his color is orange. Big time. We'll probably come back to that orange.
Definitely sounds like a signature thing.
And he's positioned as this underdog who could become, an icon within this RLW world.
That contrast, the stoner vibe with the messiah thing, it's intriguing, isn't it? Makes the character relatable, but also kind of aspirational.
Yeah, it subverts expectations.
And using a strong visual like the color orange starts building a real identity, almost like branding.
Then there's the other guy, or, well, the other persona, Pop Rock Robbie.
Right, described as an alt attire, like a different skin or mode for Arlov.
Yeah, a rap alter ego turned wrestler. The comparison is brilliant. Slim Shady having a backyard wrestling phase in Central Oregon.
Huh. That immediately gives you a feel for him. Flashier, maybe more chaotic than Arlov?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
And he has a custom finisher move, the Pop Rock Dross.
Oh, with F10 and rock bottom vibes, it says.
So mixing existing wrestling moves for a custom feel.
Yeah.
What's the point of using those pop culture references like Slim Shady?
Well, it's smart, right? It's shorthand. It gives you an instant framework for understanding the character, even if you haven't met him yet.
Like a shortcut to the vibe.
Exactly. While still letting the creator put their own spin on it, adds complexity quickly.
Okay, let's talk about the roster. Because, wow, the description. Like, if Adult Swim made SmackDown vs. Raw in a hotbox treehouse.
You can just picture it, can't you? Pure chaos.
Absolutely. And the examples. First off, horror icons.
Michael Myers, Freddy, Jason.
Art the Clown, Pennywise.
Mhm.
The doc even says, your nightmares book their own matches.
Which immediately tells you this isn't about realistic wrestling sims.
Not at all.
It's pulling in these figures we all know from horror, creating this surreal, dark humor vibe.
And it gets weirder. Pop culture weirdos.
Go on.
Bugs Bunny versus Deadpool.
Yeah.
SpongeBob versus Batman.
Okay, now we're really off the map.
And Homer Simpson taking chair shots.
See, that's a freedom of the virtual space,
Yeah.
right? Mashing together characters who'd never meet. Pure what-if fuel.
Totally, just for the fun and absurdity of it.
No licensing issues in your own custom universe.
Then there's a whole section on rappers and icons. Tekken 9, Suicide Boys.
Okay, bringing in music influence.
Doja Cat, Post Malone. And then Walter White and Jesse Pinkman,
From Breaking Bad. In a wrestling game.
apparently. And they're throwing meth bombs.
Right, okay. Leaning into that carnage theme, I guess. And definitely the chaotic, comedic tone.
It's just such a mashup of the creator's interests, it seems.
For sure. Keeps it dynamic, unpredictable.
But here's where it gets really interesting, I think. It also includes real-life homies.
Ah, so people the creator actually knows.
Tyler, Thomas, Connor, Tristan, even stepdad Michael, mom Brandy, grandpa Brian, or Lil.
Wow.
And they're described as larger-than-life characters who ride or die in RLW. That feels significant.
It really personalizes it, doesn't it? It's not just about pop culture figures anymore. It's weaving real relationships into this fantasy world.
Like amplifying their importance.
They be. Or just a fun way to include them, give them superpowers, maybe work through stuff, plays as therapy almost.
And there are purely custom characters, too. Jim, this milk-loving alien.
Okay.
Dirty Jim, Teenage Deadpool, Herbert Bleck, and Satan.
Satan's on the roster.
Yep. And apparently he makes heel turns on live TV. Turns into a bad guy.
That's amazing. It's like a meta commentary on wrestling tropes itself. The level of detail is just wild.
So all these characters exist in the game's universe mode, which makes RLW a living story.
Right, universe mode lets you book shows, create rivalries, storylines.
The document makes it clear. The creator is the creative mastermind. They're pulling all the strings.
So it's active world building, not just playing matches, but crafting the whole narrative.
And the example storylines are just perfectly absurd. Our love versus Satan for the soul of Prineville.
Prineville, like the actual town.
Seems like it. Adds that local personal touch again.
Definitely. What else?
Pop Rock Robbie battles the Joker in a backstage brawl at Denny's.
At Denny's, of course.
And my favorite, Connor Daly wins the Weedweight title in a cat on a pole match.
A cat on a pole match. Okay, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds exactly right for this world.
It perfectly captures that blend of humor, pop culture, and personal inside jokes.
Absolutely. It's a very specific, unique vision.
The doc also mentions ongoing stuff. Real plots, real beefs.
Like ongoing rivalry.
Yeah, and stables, groups of wrestlers like the Orange Order and Clout Syndicate.
So there's structure, factions, alliances.
And even weekly shows. Weed Wars Wednesday, Freak Show Fridays.
It really does sound like a fully functioning, if completely bizarre, wrestling promotion, with its own history building up.
Okay, let's talk vibe. That color orange we mentioned.
Yeah, Arlu's color.
It's apparently everywhere. Gear, lighting, pyro effects.
Like a visual signature for the whole Federation.
The doc compares it to Prineville without dirt roads, which suggests it's just fundamental to the look.
A strong branding element, even if it's just for the creator themselves, creates cohesion.
Then there's the stoner comedy feel, that Adult Swim energy.
Right. Absurd, funny.
But maybe, sometimes, a little deep.
Yeah, that mix of lowbrow humor and maybe some hidden meaning. Allows for playfulness, but maybe touches on real stuff too.
And this other element, nostalgia and DIY.
How so?
Using old YouTube audio clips, inside jokes, references to pets, childhood fears.
Okay. Sampling personal history into the game.
Exactly. The doc compares it to MF Doom with a PS2 controller.
That's a fantastic analogy, like building this collage from personal memories and influences. Very DIY, very intimate.
Makes it incredibly unique, doesn't it? You couldn't just copy this.
No way. It's woven from the creator's own life.
So we've got the what, the who, the how. But the document also touches on the why, the deeper meaning.
Right. It says RLW is more than a game. It's your world.
Therapy, a mixtape, a love letter to everything that made you you. That's pretty profound for a game project.
It really reframes it, doesn't it? Play as self-expression, as a way to process things.
So why can something like this hold such deep meaning?
Well, it's a space you control, right? You can explore narratives, fulfill wishes. Like the doc says, our love gets to be championed.
Or your homies get the respect they deserve.
Exactly. You can rewrite stories, give yourself or people you care about agency within this world you've built. It can be genuinely therapeutic, empowering even.
It mentions feeling like the biggest thing smoking on this digital stage.
Yeah.
A sense of control and importance.
And that connects back to the listener, doesn't it? Any creator outlet, no matter how niche it seems,
Like building your own digital kingdom.
can be this powerful way to express yourself, connect with your past, your friends, tell your own stories. It's a unique form of agency.
Creativity isn't just painting or writing novels.
Absolutely not. Building this intricate world in a game, that's creative expression too. Exploring identity, relationships, it's all in there.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. This deep dive into RLW. It shows this incredibly personal, super creative wrestling world inside WW2K.
Driven by these unique characters, this absolutely wild roster,
Outlandish stories, that distinct stoner comedy, Adult Swim vibe.
and all shot through with personal history, nostalgia, inside jokes.
It's definitely way more than just playing a game. It's self-expression, it's connection, it's imaginative storytelling.
a really compelling example of how we make meaning through play, even in unexpected places.
So the final thought for you, the listener,
Mm.
thinking about RLW, this incredibly detailed personal project, what about in your life?
Mm.
What niche hobbies, creative things you do?
Mm.
might hold that same kind of depth, that potential for storytelling, connection, personal meaning.
Think about your own digital kingdoms, your passion projects. What stories are embedded in them?
What deeper significance might they hold for you? Something to mull over. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.